So the issue with using a barbell is you're locked here. You don't really have any free movement of your shoulders here. But a dumbbell allows freedom of movement, allows you to adjust your shoulder joint to a position where there's no pain. The position for the dumbbell shoulder press is exactly the same as the barbell. You will have that stable base. You will contract the muscles in your lower body and your upper body, chest up. Make sure that you're looking straight ahead. When you hold the dumbbells, you want to make sure that you are holding it here in the palm of your hands and not on your fingertips. So I'm gonna grip the dumbbell here and then close my fingers around the handle, just like this. How do we get the dumbbells up into the ready position before we begin? We want to start with the dumbbells close to the side of our body. We don't want the dumbbell out here where we may lose control of it when we're trying to get it up into position. If you are strong enough, you can do a hammer type curl where you bring the dumbbell up to your shoulders and then set yourself in the proper position, just like this. If you are not, you can use your lower body to swing and pop up the weight, just like this. And then get into position here. When we do the position for the dumbbell, we want to have the dumbbell aligned with our shoulder and we want our elbows slightly in. We don't want to push the weight back this way. This area here of the clavicle, for some people it's like this. If you are trying to do a shoulder press back and that clavicle portion is like that, you may have some rubbing against that area and it might cause pain. Let's start off in a safe position with the shoulder joint here, making sure that the dumbbells align and your elbows are in for the starting position. You can see that I'm going to start with both dumbbells aligned on my shoulders, my elbows slightly in. You're going to use the shoulder muscles to push the weight up. I'm going to push up and I'm going to go straight up when I'm doing the shoulder movement. I'm not going to come in towards my head. I'm going to basically come up and then back down just like this. Use your shoulder muscles. Triceps will take over about here, go straight up, and then come back down just like this. To safely put down the dumbbells, come together close and down slowly like this. Why did I say just go straight up when doing the shoulder press? You may have seen people come here when they're doing the shoulder press. If you look at the muscles of my shoulder here, they connect from this part of your arm to this portion here on the scapula and this area here. When you're going straight up, you basically want to move these muscles towards the connection points here. So when I'm going up, you can see that I'm contracting the muscles towards this point on my shoulder here. If I'm going to go towards my head like this, I'm not getting the advantage of fully contracting the muscles to here. So you want to go straight up. You can see the muscles here in my shoulder start to contract towards the attachment points here when I go straight up. And they're going to extend on the way down here. If you notice, I'm not using anything to push the weight up. I'm using the shoulder muscles and triceps to push the weight here. Okay, done, and down. Breathing for the dumbbell shoulder press is exactly the same as when you're doing the barbell shoulder press. You're going to breathe out when you're pushing the weight up, and you're going to breathe in when you're coming back down on the eccentric portion. So breathe out and breathe in on the way down and breathe out. Okay, you can start with that as a beginner. How about the tempo for each repetition? You can do it just like the barbell shoulder press. You can go 1 second, pushing up, 1 second hold, and maybe 2 to 3 seconds coming down. Many ways you can do the tempo. It depends on your fitness goal. What are you training for? You're training for power, strength, speed, muscular endurance, muscular hypertrophy. How you do your sets and your repetitions depends on which fitness component you are trying to focus on. Recommended sets and repetitions. As a beginner to intermediate level, you can always start with 3 to 6 sets for the shoulder press. Of course, if you're doing a shoulder workout, you'll be doing other types of shoulder exercises to work other parts of your shoulder muscles to its fullest ability. You don't want to just do the shoulder press for a shoulder workout. You need to use different exercises that use different angles to target the 3 different heads and the other muscles of the shoulder. Depending on your fitness goal will depend on how many repetitions you're going to do. If you're just going for strength, you typically want to keep it between 1 to 6 repetitions per set. Let's say you want to go for muscular hypertrophy, you can go 8 to 15 reps per set. Let's say you want to go for muscular endurance, you can go 15 repetitions or higher. These are just general guidelines. You can either seek the assistance of a personal trainer or do more research on your own to determine how many reps you want to do for each set. Quick overview of the dumbbell shoulder press. Get that stable position, feet shoulder width apart or wider. Contract the muscles in your lower body, your abdomen, keep the chest up. Make sure that you're looking straight ahead. You want the weight, the dumbbells, to be even with your shoulders, elbows slightly in, so you're not rubbing up against this portion of the clavicle here. That rubbing may cause pain or other impingements in the shoulder, so we want to start with it slightly in to avoid that. When you're ready to begin, of course, you breathe in. You want to push with the shoulder muscles to initiate the movement. Push straight up, don't come in towards your head like this, okay? We want to contract the shoulder muscles here to this portion of your body here. We do that by going straight up, breathe out, come all the way to the top. You can pause if you want, and slowly bring the weight down just like this. And when you're done, bring the arms in, keep your arms close to your body here so you can control the weight and do a hammer type movement to put the weights down. Of course, use the squat movement to put the dumbbells back onto the ground or onto the rack. That's it, everyone, for this tutorial. I hope you found the information useful. Please hit that like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, aloha.